Hey y'all, iRix Guy here, back again, and I wanted to talk some more about the iMac 5K with Retina display. Now, I've appreciated all of your feedback because actually a lot of your thoughts are similar to the thoughts that I've had, and some people have said, well, I was in the Apple store or the local Best Buy or whatever, and I was looking at them side by side, and I couldn't tell a difference. And you know what's funny, you say that because actually it is hard to tell. But I'm going to provide some pointers within this video that will enable you to see the iMac with Retina 5K display in its full glory. So when I initially messed with it, I pulled up YouTube videos and I pulled up Final Cut Pro 10, and it was just kind of hard to decipher the difference. Now obviously when you first boot up that iMac 5K with Retina, you're going to see the awesome background image of the mountain. And when you look at that, you'll see details within that photo that most photos you would never be able to see the detail in the previous generation iMac, that late 2013 iMac Haswell. So that's one thing I would do. I would take some of your photos you've snapped in higher resolution, maybe on a DSLR camera or something like that. Pull those up side by side, and I can almost guarantee you that you're going to see a level of detail, a level of clarity that you could not see on that previous generation iMac display. So there is a huge difference there. And a lot of times when people are looking at videos, when they're on YouTube and they're watching a video, they search for 4K video, and a 4K video pops up, and they watch it, and they're like, this looks exactly the same. More than likely what you failed to do is enable the 4K viewing mode. You can check out my other video on youtube.com/iRixGuy, where I explain how to enable 4K viewing within YouTube. But if you haven't done that, you're going to be watching it at 1080p or maybe even a lower resolution. So be sure to enable 4K. Be sure to allow that YouTube time to buffer, the YouTube video time to buffer before you start playing it. And you will definitely see the level of detail difference between the previous generation iMac and the iMac 5K with Retina. So check that out. In one video I recommend, when GoPro put out the GoPro Hero 4, when they released that, GoPro put an official GoPro video up. And that video is in 4K. And that GoPro video is awesome to watch. They're climbing up they're ice climbing out in the ocean, it looks like, and stuff like that. And you can really see incredible detail there. So that's a video that I'd recommend watching. Also, if you're filming in 4K, don't watch the video within Final Cut Pro 10 and expect to see it in 4K. Export that 4K video. Maybe you got a Hero 4 Black Edition like I do, and you've got a 4K video clip. Export that 4K video clip to your desktop using compressor 4K settings, and then watch that exported video, and I guarantee you'll be blown away by the level of detail that you can see within that 4K video on your iMac's 5K display. So those are just a few pointers. Do I suggest that your average Jane Doe or John Doe go out and buy this iMac with Retina 5K expecting a huge visual upgrade? No, I don't. Because, and like many people have commented, they say these systems are for people that don't have an iMac yet. Yeah, if you don't have an iMac, definitely get the one with Retina, because it's going to better future-proof your investment, and it is going to provide you with that heightened level of detail that you don't get with the older iMac. But the other scenario would be someone that's a professional video person like myself, iRix Guy, youtube.com/iRix Guy. Because I'm testing the latest and greatest tech, and I've got to ensure that when I'm editing that 4K video, that I'm able to see the results in 4K resolution after I export it. I want to make sure I'm able to see the product that my viewers are able to see. Maybe they've got 4K TVs, maybe they've got an iMac 5K as well. I want to make sure that the product that I'm delivering to my viewers is perfectly acceptable from a visual standpoint, and that's that's how I do it. I use the iMac with Retina 5K to preview my projects before releasing them to the world. And also photographers, if you want to see that heightened level of detail within your photos, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you definitely want to go with the iMac 5K with Retina. Inevitably, with any other new technology, there's going to be a time to where it becomes more mainstream and more affordable. I mean, as we know now, high-definition monitors, high-definition TVs, they can be had very inexpensively. And without a doubt, over time, 4K, 5K, whatever's next K, is going to become more affordable and more mainstream. But if you're an early adopter and you need the latest and greatest, I haven't found a better way to get it. And you do a search for yourself. Search for 4K monitors and see how expensive they are. More than likely, if you got a monitor alone at this point in time, you would likely spend as much, if not more, for just a monitor than you would for the iMac with Retina 5K. And that's the reason also, and it was something else that was brought up, the Mac Pro. I like the Mac Pro from a processing power perspective. I do not like the Mac Pro because Apple does not yet have, and maybe they will, a 4K or 5K display of their brand that you can simply plug into the Mac Pro. Right now, if you get a Mac Pro, you're forced with the decision, maybe I just want to use 1080p monitors, or maybe I want to splurge and spend a ridiculous amount of money for a third-party 4K display. So for that reason, I think that the iMac with Retina 5K is perfectly positioned for what it is. It's bringing people that are early adopters into the future with not only 4K but 5K. They're future-proofing it a little bit. Bringing people into the future with that technology, but also providing an affordable solution for people that do not yet have an iMac, that are wanting to just get a really bang-up video editing and photography computing platform. And honestly, I grew up building Linux servers, Linux workstations. I played with commercial versions of Unix. I built my own, back in the MS-DOS days, I built my own 386s and 286s, that old school junk. I've seen the evolution of computing technology. And it kind of sounds lame to say that I would go and buy an already assembled product and use it instead of making it myself. Sure, it doesn't give you the swelling of pride that one could achieve by building their own system. But Apple is an amazing company. Sure, they do charge a premium for their products, but the design is top-notch. The performance is top-notch. And their operating system is wonderful. So, with that being said, for me, at this point in time, today, there is no system that I would rather run than an iMac with Retina 5K display. And I'll continue to post my thoughts. You've probably seen a few of my 4K videos. I've started pumping out GoPro Hero 4 Black 4K videos. And I'm slowly going, as cost permits, I'm slowly going to begin upgrading my other equipment. Right now I'm on a Canon XA10, which is 1080p, which is an awesome prosumer camcorder. But I'm slowly going to begin upgrading my other studio equipment studio and field equipment to 4K and beyond. And that's part of the thrill of this. It's not necessarily needing the technology, but it's the desire to want to play with it and see where it can take you professionally. And that's what I love about the iMac with Retina 5K. So for me, it's more than just an upgraded display. For me, it's a look into the future that's usable now, but not just usable now, highly usable now. It's very refined, it's pixel perfect in my opinion, and I'm happy with it. The speed increase was negligible. I mean, it's 500 megahertz because I had the top of the line Haswell, which was 3.5 gigahertz, and this is a 4 gigahertz, still the Intel Core i7. Still the same amount of memory, 32 gigs max. I've still got the flash-based storage because I store all my stuff externally on those Vantex. 24 terabytes of external video and photo storage. So yeah, our Sky's Adventure channel is growing, and actually not related to this, but I've got to look into the possibility of off-site storage for disaster recovery type purposes. So anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, youtube.com/IRickSCA, and share this video and any of my videos with others. Y'all have a good day.